Why does time feel faster as you get older? Think about your last year. Did it feel long, or did it disappear almost instantly? When you were a child, summer vacations felt endless. Waiting for your birthday felt like torture. A single school year seemed to last forever. But now, months vanish, birthdays arrive unexpectedly, and entire years seem to disappear before you can process them. So what changed? Did time actually speed up? Not exactly. The clocks are working exactly the same as they always have. 1 minute is still 60 seconds. 1 hour is still 60 minutes. The strange part is that your brain does not experience time the same way throughout your life. In fact, the older you become, the more your perception of time begins to change. And there are several reasons why. The first reason is surprisingly simple: proportion. Imagine you are 5 years old. 1 year represents 20% of your entire life. That's a huge chunk of everything you've ever experienced. Now imagine you are 50 years old. 1 year represents only 2% of your life. The same amount of time occupies a much smaller portion of your overall experience. As a result, each year feels shorter compared to the years before it. But that's only part of the story. There is another reason: novelty. When you are a child, almost everything is new. Your first day at school, your first bicycle, your first vacation, your first friendship, your first heartbreak. Your brain pays special attention to new experiences. It records more details, more memories, more information. And when you look back, those periods appear longer because they contain so much stored content. Now think about adulthood. Many days look almost identical. You wake up, go to work, drive the same roads, see the same places, repeat the same routines. Your brain becomes efficient. Instead of recording every detail, it starts compressing information. Why waste energy documenting things you've already seen 1,000 times? The result is fascinating. When fewer memories are created, entire weeks or months can feel like a blur. Looking back, there is less mental evidence that time passed, and your brain interprets that as a shorter period. Researchers often compare this effect to data compression. The more repetitive your experiences become, the more your brain condenses them. Life begins to feel like one long, repeated sequence. But there is still another factor: attention. Think about the last time you were bored. Maybe waiting in line, maybe sitting through a meeting, maybe watching the clock. Time seemed painfully slow. Every minute felt stretched. Now think about a moment when you were completely absorbed in something exciting: a great conversation, a video game, a concert, a first date. Hours disappeared in what felt like minutes. This happens because attention changes the way your brain processes time. The less attention you pay to time itself, the faster it seems to move. And as adults, we spend more of our lives focused on tasks, responsibilities, and routines. Our attention is constantly elsewhere. The days pass without us noticing. Then suddenly it's Friday. Then suddenly it's December. Then suddenly another year is gone. So is there any way to slow time down? Maybe not physically, but psychologically, yes. The secret is creating more memorable experiences. Travel somewhere new, learn a skill, meet different people, take a different route home, break routines, challenge yourself. Give your brain fresh information to record. Because the more unique moments you create, the richer your memories become. And the richer your memories become, the longer life feels when you look back on it. In other words, time doesn't speed up because you're getting older. Time speeds up because your brain stops noticing the difference between today and yesterday. The good news? You can change that. Not by adding more years to your life, but by adding more life to your years. And maybe that's the closest thing we have to slowing time down.